The fire crackles, casting dancing shadows on the worn parchment. It's more than just a map. It's a whisper from the past, a promise of a fortune lost to time. My name is Alex, and for as long as I can remember, I've been chasing ghost stories of forgotten treasures and the legendary figures who hid them. This one feels different. The legend of the Serpent's Eye diamond, hidden by the notorious river baron Silas the Serpent Croft, has been a local fairy tale for centuries. But this map, found wedged in the spine of an old almanac, feels real. Too real. The ink is faded, the lines drawn with a trembling hand, but the landmarks are unmistakable, even after 200 years. See this. The weeping willows bend on the Crimson River. And here, Three Sisters Hills. They're all still there, just waiting. The map is a puzzle, a series of riddles tied to nature. Where the mountain weeps, follow the tears to the old man's gaze. I've spent weeks poring over geological surveys and historical records. The mountain's tears must be the series of small waterfalls on the western face of Blackwood Ridge. And the old man's gaze, there's a rock formation up there, known locally as the Old Man of the Mountain. It's a starting point. The air is already getting thin as I ascend the ridge. Every rustle of leaves, every snap of a twig, puts me on edge. I know I'm not the only one who's heard the whispers of the Serpent's Eye. Croft was a ruthless man, and his legend has attracted equally ruthless hunters for generations. The map is my advantage, but it's also a target on my back. The forest is quiet. Too quiet. It feels like it's holding its breath. Watching me, I can't shake the feeling of being followed. Paranoia is a treasure hunter's constant companion, but this feels different. It's a cold certainty at the base of my spine. Up ahead, the waterfalls, the mountain's tears. They cascade down the rock face, shimmering in the dappled sunlight. It's beautiful, but I have no time for sightseeing. The riddle says to follow them. I trace their path downwards, my boots slipping on the slick, moss-covered stones. The air grows cooler, thick with the smell of damp earth and decay. The path leads me to a small, almost hidden cave entrance, obscured by a curtain of ivy. This has to be it. My heart is pounding a frantic rhythm against my ribs. This is the moment every hunter dreams of, the threshold of discovery. The second part of the riddle clicks into place. Beneath the old man's gaze, where the sun dares not tread, the cave. I pull out my headlamp, its beam cutting through the oppressive darkness. The walls are slick with moisture, and the air is heavy. Every step echoes, amplifying the silence. The beam catches something on the far wall. Carvings. Not ancient petroglyphs, but something newer. A series of symbols, mirroring those on the map, but with a new addition. A coiled serpent, its eye, a single, crudely carved hole. It's a lock. A combination lock, etched in stone. This is Croft's genius. The map gets you here, but only the one who can solve this final riddle gets the prize. The serpent sleeps at noon, but watches the moon. Noon ... The sun at its highest, and the moon ... Its cycle. Could it be related to the lunar phases on the day he hit it? I cross-referenced the date on the almanac where I found the map. A full moon. The symbols on the wall correspond to numbers. Let's try aligning the dial with the symbol for sun at the 12 o'clock position, and the moon at... What? I have to think like Croft. He was a river baron. The tides. A full moon means the highest tide, the highest number. I manipulate the stone dials, the grinding sound echoing in the chamber. Click. A section of the wall recedes, revealing a small, dark cavity. My light falls upon a weathered leather pouch. My breath catches. My hands are trembling as I reach inside. It's not a diamond. It's another map. No, not a map. A journal. Croft's journal. The leather is brittle, the pages filled with his frantic scrawl. This is even better than the diamond. This is The history, this story. The key to his entire fortune, not just one gem. His last entry sends a shiver down my spine. They're close, the jackals. They sniff my trail. I have left them a fool's prize. The real serpent's eye is not a stone, but a place. It watches all who enter my domain, from the highest peak. He didn't hide the treasure here. This was a decoy, a test. The real treasure is somewhere else, and this journal is the key. The highest peak. That has to be the summit of Blackwood Ridge. The part that overlooks the entire valley, the old man of the mountain. It's not just a landmark, it's a vantage point. The serpent's eye. I scramble out of the cave, the journal clutched in my hand. My mind racing. The sun is beginning to set, casting long, menacing shadows across the forest floor. Greed and history, they're a dangerous cocktail. I start making my way back up the trail, towards the summit, my boots finding a new, oar-hand rhythm. Suddenly, a sound. Not a twig snapping. It was the distinct, metallic click of a rifle bolt being drawn. I freeze, dropping into a crouch behind a mossy boulder. The forest is no longer silent. It's alive with a threat I can now hear, but not see. I peek slowly, carefully, over the edge of the rock. There, about 50 yards down the trail, a figure cloaked in shadow is examining the cave entrance. They're tall, built like a predator, and they move with a confidence. It tells me this isn't their first hunt. They saw me go in. They waited. They let me do the hard work. My heart sinks. They weren't following me. They were ahead of me. They know this forest. This is their territory. I have Croft's journal, the ultimate key. But they have the home field advantage. The light is fading fast, and the game has just changed. It's no longer a race against history. It's a battle for survival. And as I watch the rival hunter disappear into the cave, I know they'll be coming for me next. The real hunt has just begun. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. If you're on the edge of your seat like I am, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss what happens next. You won't believe where this journal leads. Stay safe and stay curious.